Everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are here tonight with a new guest, Kathryn, who plays Madison on the brand new UPtv Christmas movie Santa's Got Style. We are ready to have the pleasure to talk with Kathryn about the Lifetime Christmas movie, 6 Degrees of Santa. You can find a full interview in the link here. Welcome again, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me again. Very lucky to be invading several TV screens with different movies this year, and I'm honored to be interviewed again for this one.
Thank you for being here. And let's begin. What's the main element in Madison's character and the movie in general that fascinates you the most and drew you to join Santa's Got Style?
Sure. So the storyline itself was a big draw to me. Even the initial breakdown when they sent me the information, the offer, it without giving too much away, it says about Mrs. Doubtfire-esque feel to the movie. So I was already like, okay, I mean, like I've got to live up to Robin Williams standards here, but that was already something that was very, very exciting. And the character of Madison, it was interesting. It was different from roles I played before, where there's been an ongoing simmering attraction from the initial meet cute of the characters all the way to the end, and you see the journey of attraction throughout. This one, the lead, again, without giving too much away, the character of Madison and Ethan, they're high school best friends. So Madison does not see him in any way beyond the realm of friendship. So until she meets the counterpart, Rafe. And so it was really fun to play attraction to one and best friend world to the other. And also playing a sense of innocence and naivety about what the whole storyline scope is, that being out of the loop for it. And just playing scenes as being an unwitting player to, you know, a guise that Rafe or Ethan is pulling over her eyes in the role of Rafe.
Good. And where are you and Madison most similar and where most different as human beings?
Where Madison and I have commonalities is we're both very driven, and we can forget to see, you know, the trees through the forest, they kind of say. I kind of can become like a little bit blinkered and so solely focused on something that I forget to smell the roses, so they say. I don't know if that's a North American sort of saying. So definitely in terms of that, Madison and I had a commonality, just to stop and see the world. And it's hard to make me gear down unless if I'm on vacation, then I go off the grid and I'm like, nobody talk to me, I'm going off, like I'm gonna go stare at sunsets or something like that. Where we're different is Madison had, the director really wanted to challenge me with poise and confidence, and strutting was a big one. And that's where we're quite different, because I'm on the goofier side, and so to hold that stillness on camera was a challenge the first couple days. But I think it came around by the end of the shoot, like, you know, you put the shoes on and I was just jumping into the world of Madison. But definitely there was a challenge the first couple of days of filming that I'm like, oh, upright, gotta be upright and, you know, cool, confident, collected, and that is not me usually.
Good. And what's been the biggest challenge for you in portraying Madison?
Again, it was the poise. That was a challenge for me, because I couldn't describe myself as goofy and sort of uncontained at times, sort of like, you know, I'll just kind of pull strange faces sometimes. I kind of like to joke around. And so it took a few reminders to get me into that, you know, poised feel. The director would use a specific word. I think she would say poise to me or something. She'd be like, poise, poise, poise. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I would be sitting in the world of Madison and the envisionment of what she had and I had together. So that was one of the challenges, posture containment.
Good. And to all the fans looking forward to watching the movie, how would you describe Santa's Got Style in just 3 words?
3 words, two male leads would be one of them, again, without giving too much away, or surprise love twist.
Oh, good. And what can you tease about Madison's and Ethan's journey throughout the movie?
Yes. So in terms of journey that Madison undertakes throughout the film, she learns to look beyond the boundaries of her life and to see the treasure that's in front of her, to smell the roses and to see that the person that has been her constant presence and support there's something deeper to be found there. And for Ethan's journey, I think it is that he learns to be comfortable in his own skin and to have the courage to pursue what he really wants and desires wholeheartedly, even if it means it leads to pain or heartbreak. So yeah, that would be the description of those two characters, start to end.
Perfect. And talking about the environment on set, how would you describe your experience while filming Santa's Got Style? And do you have any fun anecdote to share?
Oh my gosh, the production company itself, Brainpower, they are magical. I've been so blessed to have worked with them on and off since 2018. They kind of started to give me first few breaks in the romance genre and have trusted me with 3 lead roles now. And so I'm so honored. And every time I go back, there's the same faces of the crew. They really foster talent from their starting point to the end where they're heading departments. So always a lot of fun on those sets. It's magic every day it's the middle of July and August that we were filming this. So of course it's boiling hot. We're outside, like sunshine, gorgeous. Then you walk in and it's like Christmas everywhere. So the design team is fantastic at being able to dress everything. Yeah, I just had a blast at every corner of the journey of this film. But one of my favorite elements of it is the actor Brian Sills, because he plays the role of Adam, this overzealous security cop, like of the kind of big department store. And he's just a delight. We went to the same theatre program, so we had very similar kind of experiences. He's had a long career in terms of Broadway and theatre, and he was so fun to work with, but to the point that I would get the giggles when we were filming scenes. And it was like my very first scene with him, and he was just so serious, so in it, that I was kind of in my head thinking, my cat popped out and I was like, this guy can't be real. He cannot be real in this circumstance. So I would get the giggles, and I got to know him pretty well working together. And he actually had a fun anecdote is he creates playlists based on the character that he's playing. So he had Private Eyes on this playlist by, Daryl and Oates? Hall & Oates, the band. They have that song Private Eyes, and he would play it, and there's a particular beat, and so I was filming little inserts of him between takes and everything, like coming up between couches and like and then we're just putting it to music, and we were trying to create this playlist for him, and a couple other songs ended up on it, like the song like I Always Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me, because I was like, you got to put that, you have to put, pardon my scratchy singing voice this morning, I was like, you have to put that song on the playlist. So together we kind of like ended up adding on to this playlist. But Brian Sills, like, there's so many, he made everyone laugh, and there's some really fun, you can tell, I think it'll come through the lens and to viewers that we had an amazing time working on this movie.
Great.
It's like one of my favorites to have worked on. So blessed to have had so many wonderful experiences in terms of set life in general. But this one is just I'm really, really looking forward to seeing the final thing. I haven't seen anything,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
excited.
And that was the relationship with Franco Lopresti, your co-star. That
Yes.
here at Survivor Shows, Chiara, my colleagues, talked to him to talk about another movie, another Christmas movie, and then we will talk to him in a few days. And
Oh,
how was the relationship with him in on the set?
oh, Franco's just he is the only way to describe him. He's not like most humans, and I think in terms of the best way to define it is his soul. He's a very deep person and so thoughtful and soulful, and just say he talks poetry, and he's very, very generous scene partner. Between takes we would ask each other, like, can I give you anything else, do you need anything from me, kind of thing. So we were a really good supportive team together on that. And I really enjoyed seeing his discovery of the two characters, and seeing how he played a little bit like myself, goofy into Poise, watching him play that in character role as Ethan to Rafe without giving too much storyline away.
Oh, okay.
He's a delight. He's lovely as well. I loved
Great.
everyone. There's not a bad experience ever with Brain Power in general and with this production. It was just wonderful.
Perfect. And if you could choose any other character from Santa's Got Style apart from Madison that you would have loved to play, which one would it be and why?
If I could do another role, it would actually be the role of Andrea, who's my boss, and it's played by the most beautiful and talented Lynette Ware. And more so because Lynette is so opposite of that character. Poise, beauty, absolutely. She's a stunning lady. But she's so warm and supportive and kind. And for her, she played this coolness, this coldness, this boss lady role really, really well, to the point that I'm like, how do you do it? And it's just years and years and years of experience. So I think I would like to play the role of Andrea, just for the challenge of, again, playing that stillness, but that driving power and intimidation through it. She's just the ultimate boss lady. And so I would totally play that, just because I know it's so opposite of what Lynette is like. She's so lovely. So seeing her, and I often get cast in these roles. I'm like, oh, because it's a good niche to have found.
Great. And did you take anything from set, any prop or piece of costume to remember your experience as Madison?
On this one, like generally each production I do try and take a little piece with me, without getting myself into trouble. It's usually a piece of step deck, which I started to collect. It depends on the production. Like sometimes I'll let you take jewelry, sometimes I'll let you take costume pieces. It just depends on like the production, the producers, what they'll allow you to do. And I never like to push, but it started in 2020 when I was working in Ottawa again with Hallmark, and they were loading out, and there were just like, pieces of tinsel and like silvery branches on the ground and stuff. So I will take little bits of that, like leftovers, because then when I actually make my own Christmas tree, I have my memories sort of intermixed in between. I don't think I did take anything on this one. Lots and lots of memories and fun times and like laughter and friendships, I think, from there. No, I didn't. I would have loved to have kept some of those costumes, but they would have been like a waste because I don't wear that kind of stuff normally. So I feel they would just be sitting in my cupboard gathering dust. Yeah, no, I didn't take anything on that one. Darn. I mean, good.
Okay, and that's it. Thank you. Remember that Santa's Got Style will premiere December 11th only on UPtv. And thank you for being here with us, Kathryn, again. And thank you everyone for following us.
Thank you very much again for having me. It's an honor and very excited, and hope you enjoy the movie as much as I enjoyed making it.
Yes, of course. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Best
you,
wishes.
everyone.
Ciao.